Yes, it is time for the 1480 Club. Good morning and welcome for Wednesday, April 20th, 2016. This is John Lewis, live in the studio today. Yes, April 20th, we have some birthdays today as well, some local birthdays. Happy birthday to Jake Frawley, Lauren Rowan, Karen Sutphin, and Darcy Stewart. That's a good list. That's 4 birthdays there today for our local area. And this is the day after the New York State primaries. You've been hearing some of the results here on our shows in the news this morning. But here in Steuben County, Bernie Sanders, the winner on the Democratic side, and Donald Trump, the winner on the Republican side for the large primaries held yesterday, noon to 9 p.m. So big stories, and we're going to have Dr. Bob Heineman in today talking about the primary results. Somewhat of an expert here from Alfred University in our local area. So that will be great coming up right after this show. But yes, this is John Lewis here on the 1480 Club, and happy to be back. Now, you may have heard my voice both Friday and Monday, but I've actually been gone for a few days to Florida on a small weekend trip. My girlfriend ran in a half marathon at Walt Disney World Resorts over the weekend, which was very exciting, and she completed that, which was actually the second half of a Star Wars run that she began in January. So 2 half marathons, which equaled what they're calling the Kessel Run Challenge. So for those Star Wars fans, the Kessel Run Challenge, what Han Solo and Chewbacca did in the Millennium Falcon, she did on foot. So 26.2 miles, and received a number of different medals for doing, obviously, both races. She got a medal, and then a separate medal for doing the full marathon. So pretty exciting. Over 20,000 runners. And a neat event overall. Spent a day at Disney World Resort, but then moved up to Jacksonville and saw my cousin Andrew, who's from Bradford, PA, and lives down there now, so that was great. And then our last day was spent, we drove back a little bit and spent a night in Cocoa Beach. So very warm weather there. It seems a lot colder once I got back, but I know we'll hear from Rob Carolyn today and see what those spring weather predictions look like. But what a great trip, and also very glad to be back. And here on the 1480 Club in the studio with me, Derek Belinsky. Derek, how are you doing today?
Very well, sir. How's it going?
Good. And you've been here all morning working on the news and giving us these election results.
Yes, I have.
You've been following that since last night, though. What were you watching last night?
I kind of.
Were you on your phone?
No, I kind of flip back and forth between the CNN coverage and the Fox News coverage.
Okay, great. All right, so you're balancing yourself watching both of those. Then.
I was trying to. Fox at some points is intolerable for me on the
sure.
on the TV anyway.
Sure. Well, great. And again, we've got some great results coming up here in just a few moments once this show is over from Dr. Bob Heineman. So that will be great on the Newsmaker show. Derek, but last night you also broadcast the Hornell boys varsity baseball game. Sounds like that ended up in Hornell's favor.
It was a thriller, to say the least. Bill was in studio doing the board here, and
okay.
We had a 7-6 victory for the Red Raiders, a 2-out walk-off single by, excuse my ignorance, I can't remember his first name. Parker was the kid's last name.
Okay.
Not too many plate appearances for him in the 3 games that I've done.
Okay,
previously,
sure.
So this was a big at-bat for him. I guess he did come up with a big hit over the weekend as well, but the walk-off RBI single yesterday was huge en route to his being named the WLEA Player of the Game.
Oh, wonderful. And the Player of the Game receiving pizza from Pizza King, tickets to the Spotlight Theater, as well as tickets to Cooperstown, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. So we've got a nice package for our Players of the Game this year. Great. Well, thanks for broadcasting the game last night, Derek. And to Bill Dugan, who's here in the studio on the control board side both this morning and was here last night, which is great. So, but I'm very glad to be back here on the 1480 Club, back in the studio. By the way, spending my vacation possibly with some bronchitis, but feeling a lot better today. I can finally breathe. I didn't know I was getting ill on my way out of town, and I do have an inhaler because I had asthma growing up, and was happy to get back to that last night, and brought it with me today. So if we have a little coughing fit this morning, I apologize, but we're getting through it and feeling a lot better.
Luckily, you weren't the one running the half marathon.
Yes. Trust me, in the way they have it set up, too, not to harp on this, but the buses drop you off, or the cab dropped me off. You couldn't get anywhere but in the range of 2 miles from the finish line. So I had to get on another bus to get me closer to the finish line. But they have it very secure for runners. And even when you're at the finish line, you can't even high-five. You can't get close to the runners. But it's pretty neat, again, being a Star Wars run. You see Darth Vader, you see characters around the Disney parks, and people can take pictures of them. So pretty cool event.
You mentioned the security aspect of that, interestingly enough, while your girlfriend was running in the half marathon down at Disney. My sister competed in the Boston Marathon.
Oh, the full marathon.
Yes.
26.2 miles. How did she do?
3 hours and 3 minutes, I believe.
Okay.
Which was 6 minutes off of her pace from last year.
Wow, that's really fast, too. I think my girlfriend did the half marathon in about 3 hours. So
you got me. I don't do anything more than the 3.1 miles that we have here in our backyard during the turkey trot.
The turkey trot.
St. Patrick's Day race.
Great. Yes, that's the same for me. I did a 5K in January at Disneyland, and that was the farthest I could go, too. But they do well with those races, too. And yes, the Boston Marathon, what an event. So I had a few friends that ran in that. Way to go. Running is just taking off. I think with the social media, people are really buying in. They're getting motivated by others and challenging each other, and it's really good to see. But not only with running, but nutrition, with all of these diets. At times they're fads, but they're really going even farther with that advent of social media.
Absolutely, and it doesn't seem like I go a day without seeing someone on their either Twitter or Facebook having an update about how many pounds they lifted, how much they run,
or how pounds they lost.
Absolutely. All the, I guess, what are they, Walk Fit bracelets or...
yes, the Fitbit.
Yes.
Or whatever they may be, that's one of the companies. Kind of holds you accountable as well. I know even the iWatch by Apple will vibrate when it's time for you to get up and move around a little bit when you're sitting in your chair. So. Wow,
that's neat.
So very cool. And what I'm hearing is probably Rob Carolyn calling in for the weather. Great. So we're going to get our what's coming up the rest of the week. See now, and here's one more thing, Derek. I keep thinking it's Monday mentally because I just got here, but we're almost midway through the week here on Wednesday. And once we get, I always say, to that lunchtime, then we'll be on the down end. So great. Well, Rob Carolyn's on the line. And good morning, Rob. How are you today?
I'm doing well, John. How are you?
Oh, very good. I just got back from vacation. I've been talking about it for probably 10 minutes. I can't stop.
Where'd you end up going?
Down to Florida, Orlando, Florida, Jacksonville, and Cocoa Beach. So
oh, wow. I'm actually headed to that area starting tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, really? Where are you staying?
I'm actually staying in St. Augustine.
All right. Yes, we were there as well.
Yep.
Yes.
You'll have to give me your recommendations.
Yes, we ate. I will. Maybe we'll talk off the air. We ate at a great restaurant in St. Augustine and almost went to the Fountain of Youth, but they do charge pretty hefty for that. And what I'm told, it's kind of like anything you might see around here, a little spring.
Gotcha.
Just squirting out of the water.
You're still relatively young, so you don't really need the Fountain of Youth yet. But those days are coming. I mean, once you get up around Brian's age, you start looking for it on a regular basis. Weather-wise, John, we've got an outstanding day coming up. We're a little cool out there this morning, but high pressure building out of the Great Lakes is going to be responsible for an absolutely gorgeous spring day across the southern tier. All that sunshine we'll get today will lead to highs of 65 to 70. We look partly cloudy tonight. Lows will be 40 to 45. Clouds, they're headed our way tomorrow. Could see a shower or two during the afternoon, 70 to 75. Low pressure will bring lots of showers our way tomorrow night, 50 to 55. Showers continue into Friday. They'll end late in the day, 65. And then partial sunshine for Saturday, a little bit cooler. Highs on Saturday, John, they should be close to 55.
Ooh, I will take those temperatures today and into the weekend, Rob. Thank you.
Yeah, the weather looks really good.
Great. And enjoy your trip to Florida as well.
Well, I'll get a chance to speak to you tomorrow morning before I leave.
Oh, perfect. Great. We'll talk some more then.
You got it.
Thanks, Rob. Excellent. And here back on the 1480 Club. Great weather coming up for the weekend. Oh, here we go. Back here on the 1480 Club. Sound good, Bill? Great. Yes. Oh, there we go. Perfect. But yes, good. Rob's headed down there. I forgot we went to St. Augustine as well. Went to a record shop on Record Store Day, which that's something as a musician important to me, supporting local record shops, not just buying on iTunes, getting vinyl. And that's my cousin Andrew that I stayed with, also buying over $100 in vinyl over the weekend. So pretty cool.
I likely would have preferred the Golf Hall of Fame myself.
Oh, where's that at?
St. Augustine.
Oh, it is. Oh, that I did not see.
Absolutely, and they have a golf course right there, which is, I think, a replica of the British Open course, which is St. Andrews.
Oh, very cool. So that's something we missed. As again, I've mentioned this on the show. Not really an athlete, and even terrible at golf. If I go golfing, Derek, if I play, let's say 9 holes, I'm not even playing those holes. If I have 3 good shots in the day, that's celebration for me.
Well, at least it keeps you coming back.
Yes,
That's
and
what they say.
maybe this year I should move it to 4 good hits in the day, but definitely over par every time by a number of strokes. So that reminded me too, the St. Augustine. One other thing that we did as well is my cousin lives in a golf cart community, so we were able to get in a golf cart and drive all around the neighborhood, right down to the grocery store, and you just park in a golf cart spot at the grocery store, which the store that we went to was Publix, which is a huge store, similar to what you see around here, and then everybody just grabs their groceries, brings them out, attaches them to the golf cart, and you ride back home. 15 mile an hour. Yes, as you're driving, even though the cart will go up to 30, but very cool. What a whole different life that they're used to down there, being able to drive a golf cart year round to wherever they need to go. Yes. And my cousin being all of 38, he's already bought right into that. So, well, great, Derek. You did the game last night. We have another one coming up this week as well, don't we?
No, it has been postponed.
Well,
it was actually not postponed, but a venue change.
Oh, okay. So
instead of playing it here at Maple City Park, they moved it to Avon.
Okay.
I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, but so we are off.
Right, we're not headed to that game.
Spring break.
Okay, great. Oh, that's right, and that means spring break coming up this coming week. Great.
It seems, I don't know how familiar with it you are, that the entire town of Hornell migrates to Myrtle Beach.
Yes. I've never been to Myrtle Beach. Maybe we should talk to a listener or coming up in the next few days about if they're headed to Myrtle Beach, because that is a whole phenomenon that I've never experienced myself. But, Bill, I don't know if you did. Did you ever go to Myrtle Beach, Bill?
No, John, I've never been there.
Okay, yeah. So, and have you been there, Derek?
I have, but not in quite some time. It was back when I was in the high school era.
Okay.
Of my lifetime, I guess.
Okay, so but even did your town go there, or?
No. This was just a family trip.
Okay.
Play some golf, and kind of get away for just a weekend or so.
Sure.
Nothing like the Hornell migration.
Right, where the town goes to Myrtle Beach, it seems.
Yeah.
Right. We should take a nice little 1480 Club trip. Oh, we should have gone to Myrtle Beach next week. That would almost be really, really funny that the show also has to go to Myrtle Beach for the week.
Excellent.
Boy,
We need to put in some paperwork.
yes. Can we bring the studio with us? It's a lot of equipment. Well, to those headed to Myrtle Beach Friday or whenever it may be, enjoy your trip next week, and we'll be holding down the fort. That reminds us, as we start to think about wrapping up the show today, you can listen to the show even if you're in Myrtle Beach, or whether you're in Jacksonville, Florida, or wherever it may be all around the world. Listen to us online at WLEA.net. But also, we are always here on your dial, 1480 AM. And even if you're not listening live, we will put up the show at some point, probably within the next hour. You can listen to the 1480 Club on replay all day, and even in the archives. Most of those shows should be there to listen to. Thank you all for listening to the 1480 Club for this Wednesday, April 20th, 2016. We will be back Thursday, probably with another live show. And then Friday, we will be back with Shelley Stevens from Hornell Partners for Growth. This is John Lewis hanging with Derek Belinsky and Bill Dugan here on the 1480 Club. Thank you very much. We will be back tomorrow.